Anyway, listen, it is not just the skin that needs extra care during the colder months. Our tresses also need a little extra TLC as it gets cold and dry.
Yeah, the harsh temperatures can cause dryness, breakage, and that's why our next guest is showing us just how we can protect our hair going into the winter. So joining us live this morning is celebrity hairstylist and When hair care creator, Chaz Dean.
Hello.
Hello, and
Hi.
welcome to New York Living.
Thank
oh,
you.
I got to give you a hug because
thank
I
you.
need your help to save me.
Hydration.
Hydration.
He was already primping Hazel during the commercial break. He's like, do we have hairspray?
Help me. Seriously.
Hydration is all it needs.
Yeah, I'm looking at her, and that's my hair right there.
Okay, and I just met her 3.5 hours ago, so it's her first time not using lather. So
Not using
lather,
Okay.
because you hear all the time, like I'm live on social media every day, and I hear it's not good to cleanse your hair, but once or twice a week.
Okay.
I'm like, with lather, yes.
Okay, can we first ask you,
Yes.
what are the problems that most people have with their hair during the winter?
Dry hair and dry scalp, because it's freezing cold outside, and
Yeah.
you go into the heat, and it's driving you crazy, your skin and your hair.
Well, yeah, because
So
I've
dry
been told
scalp and hair.
that the scalp and the hair is just an extension of the face.
Thank you.
So if this is going to get dry and you're
100%.
treating it, you need to treat this bad
Yes.
boy
Yeah,
with
they
the same
neglect.
amount
They
of
stop where the hair starts.
Exactly.
Don't stop. Yes, hydration.
So back to the lathering. How often
Yeah.
do you think we should be washing our hair? I know you say that there's a bit of a
Well,
misconception
feel
about
this.
it.
Yeah, cleansing it with a cleansing conditioner. You can do it every day.
I will not stop touching your hair now
and
for
this
the
is
next
her
7
first
minutes.
She's
time.
like, don't stop.
And we actually did a violet cleansing conditioner, like indigo cleansing conditioner, and it takes out the brassiness. So you're not stripping the hair now, you're conditioning, you're hydrating, and you're toning your color at the same time. Lather just strips everything out of your hair and your skin. Does that make sense?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first time, just 3 hours ago. And she's someone that usually has to shampoo and condition like every other day because she's so oily. I used to be that person.
Really?
25 years ago. I used to shampoo and condition twice a day.
No.
I was no, I'm
Twice a
serious.
day.
I was so oily because every time I used shampoo, it would rob my scalp. Like your skin, your body works overtime to replenish it. So
I
once
see.
you stop lathering and stripping your scalp, you balance. It's your brain doesn't tell your body replenish.
Okay.
So again, she can cleanse now with the cleansing conditioner twice a week if she wants, not every day, every other
Now,
day.
speaking of replenish, you talk about replenishing mists.
Yeah.
And how is this going to be something that's helping our hair as
On
well?
day 2, she would just literally take a replenishing mist, the hydrating mist, spray her hair.
I'm on day 2 as
You
well.
want some? Ready? So
Me too.
you would do it before you go to bed at night. Yes,
this is
yours
better.
are on
This is like a
hydration.
spa.
But
right
what
now.
about if you have all this product that you have to wear in your
Yes.
hair?
Well, you have
Hi.
product,
Oh,
but
that
what it's
smells
going to do,
really
if you're
good.
doing the right product, it's going to reactivate the product. Does that make
Oh,
sense? So it's
reactivation, yes.
reactivating. Like now your product now just came back, and I mean your hair feel that. It feels feel your hair touch that.
Oh, this smells
It's
so
up
I
there.
can
It's
actually get my
hydrating.
fingers to it. Wow, look at that.
Hydration.
Hello.
Hydration.
So again,
Okay.
curly girls on day 2, what
Hi.
do they do? Spray their hair with a replenishing mist. You want essential oils, botanicals, and extracts. She would just sleep with it in a pineapple, which is,
A
you know,
pineapple. Yeah.
do you know those cords that are like the old telephone cords?
Yes.
whatnot?
Mhm.
So she literally would just sleep in one of those, release it in the morning, shake your head.
got great
Shake your head,
hair.
baby.
Shake it out, baby.
Shake it, shake it,
There
shake
we
it.
go.
It all comes back into play. And what it's done is the styling cream that's in her hair, the mousse that's in her hair, by spraying it with water, you're just going to get it wet. Spraying it with a replenishing mist or a hydrating mist is reactivating everything and bringing it back to life.
So
I want
It's so
that.
soft.
I know, me too.
And it's for the skin too. Close your eyes. So for
no,
your skin as well.
exactly, 'cause
as
it's an
a
extension.
yeah, watch. Close your eyes. Skin hydration. Close your eyes. So it will help set your makeup.
very nice.
Now,
Oh,
how's your
good.
skin feel?
Amazing.
Your skin feels alive.
I feel fresh. I feel clean, like I was just bathed.
I love your
Oh,
hair.
and then you can just hit it with the diffuser, just to reactivate everything that's in there. So in the morning, just hit it with the diffuser. Your curls come back to life. That's how easy it is. Stop
This is my
abusing
biggest
your hair.
problem because I have curly hair
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm stripping it to your point, and
Yep.
then I don't know how to rehydrate it or rezhuzh, and it just gets so dried
Water
out.
won't
and I'm
do
like,
anything.
"Ah."
Water will just get it wet. You need a mist that's going to hydrate it and
Hydrating
reactivate your
mist.
products.
Okay.
Copy.
And
Okay.
That's good
then-
to know. Finally,
We've moved on to the oil treatments
Yes,
part
yes,
of the show.
especially because dry scalp, itchy scalp, all that. So at night before you go to bed, just take a treatment oil. Women with curly hair can do this during the day as well because it hides the oils. You don't see them, as you know. So she can drop this in there in the daytime, in at her scalp, all the way through your scalp. You just massage that in. She will sleep with that on. So you're treating your scalp. I'm vegan and I have a garden. So if my soil's not rich in vitamins and nutrients, I'm not producing healthy fruits, plants, or vegetables, correct?
Yeah. Right.
So your scalp is where your hair grows from. If it's not healthy, you're not producing healthy hair. So
see.
It's all about the
starts with
scalp.
the scalp treatment. So before you go to bed at night, just through your scalp evenly, massage it in, sleep with it on. Again, if you're curly hair, she can do this in the day and at night.
That's awesome.
She doesn't have to cleanse every day. You and I would cleanse if we did that.
Yeah.
And it's really that simple. But healthy scalp, healthy hair.
I'm so overwhelmed in the best way right now.
Hydration.
Yes.
Hydration.
Don't be afraid of it.
Here's the problem. I have to blow dry my hair every day.
Yep.
And I put hairspray in it.
Yes.
And my hair is very thin.
Yes.
So how do you deal with all those issues in the middle of winter? Hydration.
Get a tonic, a botanical tonic for your scalp. Again, it's going to wake up your hair growth. It's going to fuller, thicker, stronger, healthier hair, so you're not beating up your hair every day.
So don't wash my hair.
You won't have to wash it because just Andy today, I told her for thicker hair, you want to spray it on the scalp, massage it in. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to have texture in your hair, and it's not going to be weighed down because it's a liquid, but it absorbs while you're sleeping. But it's a botanical tonic for fuller, thicker, stronger, healthier hair. You would be that. Andy would be that.
So how do you get all the hairspray out of your hair?
You won't need as much when you have hydration. You're doing hairspray.
Oh, yes.
You're using so much hairspray because your hair is stripped. Yeah, because I can see this here. It's not hydrated, so it's not sitting in place.
Look at him.
I love that he's diagnosing our problems right now.
Hydration is the answer.
I have a question.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I mean, today, this morning, I walked out of my house. It was 2:30. It was freezing. I had on the jacket, the scarf, the mittens. I was like, my hair. I needed the hat. How do you go about wearing a hat and not wanting to mess up your hair?
When you're not using lather. When you use shampoo, you're going to get this. I know people who use shampoo because they're static. When you use a cleansing conditioner, you don't get the static because it's not static, it's not stripped hair. So if you do the replenishing mist, I just use, feel my hands, this is a body lotion.
I mean, they're so shiny.
I just use a body lotion, and after I did it on my hands, I just ran it through their hair as well.
Wow.
So there's things that will, it's again, if you remember
It's all about the
hydration,
canvas.
when it's stripped, it's staticky and it's flyaway and you're fighting it. You're fighting it because there's no moisture in there, so you're holding it in place with hairspray.
Yes.
You're holding it in place with hairspray.
Just real quickly, the difference between just a regular conditioner and the cleansing conditioner, you have to look specifically on that label.
A cleansing conditioner, yes, because it doesn't have the heavy polymers, fillers, binders, and waxes that are going to weigh your hair down. A cleansing conditioner should treat your scalp and your hair, hydrate it without weighing it down.
Where are people following you for more like this?
Well, we opened this salon in 59 Greenwich Avenue in the West Village.
I'm
originally from the East Coast, grew up here. So 59 Greenwich Avenue, West Village, ChazDean.com, and I'm on social media, Chaz Dean on Instagram, TikTok, and I go live. You can ask questions every day. I'm live every day.
I will start writing them down.
Start stalking you too.
Chaz, thank you, my
you.
darling.
Thank
And
you.
do not go anywhere, everybody. We will be right back.
After we deep condition.
I know. I need. Let me put more of this in my.
Lightly.
Okay, so where's the